exercise, yawn, wipe the crust out, throw some water on your face, and let the sun shine in. Good morning. Today is Monday, November 6th. And yesterday we had a Sunday afternoon matchup between my Cleveland Browns and the Arizona Cardinals. And Browns, what happened? Well, but I'll tell you what happened. Good job. Congratulations to the Browns for walking away with a W. Always happy anytime we walk away from a game with a W in the column. Night was definitely historic for both teams. It's just we were on the better side of history. First Browns shutout since 2007 and the fewest yards allowed by the Cardinals since 1955. That's what happened. Defense is showing why they're the number one defense in the league. We had 7 sacks, 3 takeaways, and we limited that team to 58 total yards of offense. That's what happened. On offense, it was a group effort by everybody, but the main 2 stars of the dance was Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper. He was 19 of 30 for 219 and 2 TDs. Amari Cooper had 5 receptions for 139 yards and 1 TD, and those two looked really good together on the field. Watson seemed to revert back to his old Houston self, even if it was just for one game, and he actually looked pretty decent. That's what happened. Kevin Stefanski, I actually got to give him credit. He called a pretty decent game. I don't know if the upper management actually put their foot up his behind and told him to quit trying to outsmart everybody, or if he's actually understanding the team that he's coaching and learning how to actually utilize his players and play to their strengths. Watson ran out of gun for at least 70% of the game, and most of the times that I've seen him under center was either short yard conversion plays or either they were in the red zone. Those open spread formations are what made him a juggernaut when he was in Houston. There was also another play. I remember this one because I said I was going to talk about it. It was 4th and 1, and instead of Kevin calling the big brain Ivy League play, he simply gave it to Kareem Hunt and let him do what he does best, convert on short yard plays. There was also another one at the end of the game. I believe they were on like the 3-yard line or something like that, but he did the same thing, gave it to Kareem Hunt and let him do what he does. Punch it in there for a touchdown on short yard conversion plays. Thank you, Kevin. I don't know what it is, if he's just actually understanding his players and understanding how to utilize them, but whatever it is, it worked and I'm satisfied with it. That's what happened. Good effort and great execution on both sides of the ball. I give the whole team a collective grade of an A+. You guys went out there and got the job done. That's what happened. Well, Lonnie, any other time when the Browns win, you usually be bouncing off the walls, but today you don't really seem too enthused. What's going on? What's happening? Well, I'll tell you exactly what's happening. That's a good observation, dear viewer. Am I happy that the Browns win? Absolutely. I'm always happy anytime we walk away with a W in the win column. Am I jumping off the walls like, oh man, we're about to take over our division. We're the best team in the AFC North. We're going to do it. Woo! Am I doing any of that? No, not at all. And I'll tell you why. That Arizona team was 1-7 coming into this game. That team is hobbled, busted, and doing the best they can to get through this season. That's what happened. That team is plagued with injuries coming into this game. Starting with Kyler Murray, and we're going to work our way down. Kyler Murray's been down since last year. That's their starting franchise quarterback. They just sent their backup, Josh Dobbs, over to Minnesota so he can take over for Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is out with an Achilles injury. That team is missing 2 linemen, their starting tailback, 2 wide receivers, their starting linebacker, and during the game they had more linemen and more key players going down in the game. That team is past their last legs. They're just trying to figure it out and go along as they go. That's what happened. They came into this game without several of their key players and starters. The only starter that was listed as out for the Browns, I believe, was Greg Newsome. They were outclassed and overmatched from the start. This game was lost for them before the opening kickoff. We could have probably sent PJ Walker and DTR out there and we'd have still beat the brakes off of the boys. That's what happened. I kind of feel bad for Clayton Tune because he inherited a mess. He is clearly not ready to be an NFL starter, but it's the NFL, no excuses. You got to roll with the punches and punch back. That's what happens. So once again, am I excited that the Browns won? Absolutely. I'm always excited whenever they win, but I'm not about to sit up here and jump out of my boots because our team did what they were supposed to do and went out there and stumped out a crippled team that's plagued with injuries. That's what happened. We have a 7-2 dominant Baltimore team that is leading our division coming up this week, and we have to face them in Baltimore. And one of those 7 wins came against us in week 4. I was at that game. You want to know how that went? Show me something, boys. What y'all got? All the time in the world. All the time in the world. All the time. Oh, my God. We in for a long one today. Long one. Bro, that was the first game Deshaun Watson went down with his rotator cuff injury. We have to rely on DTR. He's a rookie quarterback. He didn't have any experience. DTR's just not good, bro. He's not ready. I don't want to hear none of that because on offense, it started with our offensive line completely getting their bottoms beat by Baltimore's front four. Jadeveon Clowney was wreaking havoc in the backfield. And as far as defense goes, you guys played pretty well considering the situation you were in. You had to play for yourselves and you had to play for the incompetent offense, but they had no answer for Lamar Jackson. They had no answer for Mark Andrews. They had no answer for Justice Hill. And even Melvin Gordon went out there and busted a couple big runs. It was a mess, man. It was a complete mess. That's what happened. I'm still not completely sold on Kevin's play calling yet. He called a pretty good game yesterday because he actually utilized his offensive pieces correctly and did what he was supposed to do. But you never know when he'll decide to get the big brain again to try to outsmart everybody and end up screwing everybody over again. On top of all of that, we still not out the woods with this Watson injury. He looked real good yesterday, and they said that he's back. You know, he's the starter and everything like that. But next week, it'll be a whole totally different story. Plus, you never know what's going to happen in practice. He can re-injure it in practice. So until we out of the woods on both of those, I ain't getting my hopes up yet. All in all, great team win. Both sides of the ball, offense and defense. You guys went out there and got the job done. Offense, hopefully this game will be a confidence booster for Deshaun Watson. He actually looked pretty healthy. He looked like the old Watson from Houston, so hopefully he'll continue to improve and get back to his old self. And, you know, offense, you guys look great. Defense, you guys did exactly what you were supposed to do. You took your #1 defense and went out there and beat the absolute stew out of a hurt, hobbled, crippled, injured team. You did exactly what you were supposed to do, and you did what was expected of you. So, great job, guys. You know, good team win. I'm glad you guys got the win. I think I end that one right there. Tonight, we have a Monday night matchup between the Chargers and the Jets, and you know how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and check that out. We're going to get our thoughts together on that, and I'll be back tomorrow to give you guys another video. Until next time.